Good morning, guys. Welcome to another studio vlog. Sorry about the wet hair. I haven't got time to blow dry it. As you can probably see, my room is still a mess. I mean, it's just the same stuff, isn't it? Every week I'm like, oh, my room's such a mess. Oh, I haven't got any room for anything. It is what it is, really. I mean, my little pegboard is still looking nice and tidy over there in my packing station. Haven't got my pegboard up there yet. I found a shelf in the house which we were supposed to put up in one of the bathrooms, and I think I'm going to steal it and put it in this room. So it's just a matter of finding all the stuff so that I can actually put all of the things up on the wall. So, God, it smells really strong in here. I took my nail varnish off this morning because it was looking in a sorry state, and the whole room just stinks of nail varnish remover. I'm going to end up like all dizzy. I should probably open the window, but it is a bit cold, so maybe not. Anywho, plan for today. I want to pack orders, pack a wholesale order, and ship some Christmas presents. That's not work related at all. I need to set up the new week in my bullet journal, and I mean, my wholesale order is going to take me quite a while. I think my orders are going to take me quite a while because even though we're like really close to Christmas, they're still flying in. So thanks, guys. You're the best. So with Patreon, I've started doing a podcast, and I haven't really decided whether I'm going to do them monthly or like fortnightly. But at the moment, it's a minimum of monthly. So I've already done one for this month, but I feel like it's already been 2 weeks and so much has happened that I feel like I need to talk about it. So I think I might do another podcast, and I might do them fortnightly, but I don't think I'm gonna like nail it down as an exact schedule. I think it will just be minimum of once a month. And then that gives me a bit of freedom if I haven't got anything to talk about, because you know, sometimes my life is boring. So one thing I do want to update you guys on. Last week, I booked a table at Hyper Japan. I'm so scared and so excited, like all at the same time, because it'll be the biggest show I've ever done. I've got Portsmouth Comic Con in May, and that'll be my biggest show to date, and then after that in July it's Hyper Japan. Oh, am I done? I'm so scared. But anyway, I hope to see some of you there. I've already had a few people on Instagram message me saying, oh, I go to Hyper Japan every year, so I'll come and say hello, which is just so sweet and makes me so happy. So yeah, if you are going to be at Hyper Japan, I would love to see you. Come and see me. Even if you don't want to like say I follow you on Instagram or I watch you on YouTube, just come over and be like, oh, hi, and then you can just walk off. You don't have to buy anything, no pressure. Anyway, I digress. So Hyper Japan is happening, so I have got a lot of stuff to plan. Last week I basically had like a planning and a preparation strategic week. So you might have seen on my last vlog, I was like, I feel a bit lost, I don't know what I'm doing, I need to switch up my brain to get into like strategic mode. I've been kind of going like 100 miles an hour for so long, trying to get everything ready for fairs, everything ready for this and that, and then all of a sudden it just all stopped, and I was like, what? So now I am in a better mind frame. Last week I cracked on with setting, not goals, I haven't done my goals yet, or have I? Oh yeah, no, I did at the weekend, but I haven't put them in my bullet journal yet. But I kind of came up with like a plan of areas that I want to explore. Not necessarily new products, although there are a few in here, which I won't share with you yet. But kind of things that I want to get sorted. So, for example, looking into shows. I am doing an overhaul of my Patreons. I want to sort out my Pinterest. So I signed up to like a little mini online course on Pinterest, and I can't get into it. I'm locked out of my Pinterest. It took them like 3 days to come back and say, can you actually just confirm that you are the account holder? I've had nothing since. Also want to sort out YouTube. I've started setting up like an end card thing. So hopefully this vlog will have an end card on it. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't completely finished it or trialed it. I'm gonna crack on with today's orders and wholesale order. So shall we crack on? Let's go. So podcast has been recorded. I've just done my bullet journal and listened back to it to make sure that I don't sound like too much of an idiot. One of the things that I spoke about in my podcast is the changes to Patreon, so I'll just run through that quickly with you guys. Now, I am changing up my Patreon tiers. The way that they work, how many tiers I have, and which rewards go in which tiers. So unfortunately, this is the last pin club, my current one, which I think I showed you in my last vlog, the little potion book pin. It's going to be the last pin club for the moment, not necessarily forever, but just for the moment, because it hasn't grown as much as I'd hoped, and it's draining my money each month. So unfortunately it is gonna go on hold for a little while. And then I'm having a bit of a switcheroo around with the tiers. At the moment, I'm spending a lot of time on Patreon, and some of the tasks which are in the lower tiers are actually quite time intensive. So I'm switching them all around, and those changes are all going to go live for the beginning of January. Basically, I thought it was a good time to change it around, you know, with the start of a new year. So that's going to be happening, but I do want to rename my tiers. I'm going to have 4 tiers. So if you guys have got any suggestions for tier names, please let me know. I'd like them to be like a theme, so I'd like each name to be kind of related. So at the moment I've got Sunshine, Stardust, Moonchild, Galaxy. So I need 4 names, and I had toyed with the idea of doing like witchy ingredients like lavender and toadstools, but I'm not sure on that. So please, if you've got any suggestions, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your ideas. Once I've got names for those, I need to work on the artwork for them, and the tiers will be changed over at the beginning of next week. Yeah, the 23rd, I think I'm going to be changing them ready for the new year. So yeah, I've got that to try and kind of sort out, and I think I'm going to crack on with some orders. But what I do want to talk to you about as well is my illustration style. So you might have seen in my last vlog that I've been at war with myself over my illustration style and whether I need to add outlines or not. And what I've worked out, it's not to do with the outlines, it is to do with the tonal ranges that I'm using in my illustration. So at the moment, I, as you probably know, love pastel colours, but because they are so pastel and I'm not adding enough contrast in, the images kind of get lost, the details kind of get lost. And if you change my illustration to black and white, the illustration kind of loses the detail. You can't see everything. So I tried to remedy that by adding in outlines, but I wasn't feeling it. The illustration looked a bit flat. I missed out on kind of just the textural elements. Oh, that was a bit of a mouthful. So yeah, what I've just finished doing is a new illustration. I redid an old illustration, so they say, of Sabrina from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So if you haven't seen it on my Instagram, I will put it here for you to look at. And I'm so much happier with it. And what I did was I just put a lot more contrast in with the colours that I used, and the shading and the highlights. So I didn't use outlines. I used lines for some detail, but I didn't use kind of just outlines. And I'm just really, really happy with how it came out. So I think I've got there with how I want my illustration to look. I've still got all of my favourite elements, such as the texture and the shapes and the brushes that I've been using, but I've managed to find that missing element, I guess, that I was looking for. So I'm really, really happy with how that turned out, and people on Instagram seem to like it too. So that's a good, that's a good sign. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with some orders and stuff, and I will catch up with you guys in a little while. I am actually venturing outside the house to go to the post box. So let's go do a post run together. So I just got back from the shop, and I think maybe I'm going mad, but my camera just a minute ago, like, the colours looked really, really weird. And I thought maybe I had the ND filter thing on, but apparently I don't. And it seems to have sorted itself out now, so this was a very pointless chat. Also, I am hooked on the Frozen 2 soundtrack, but haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. Is it any good? Let me know. I really want to see it, I just haven't seen it yet. So if you see me singing along this week, I'm probably listening to that, or Attack on Titan, or Sword Art Online, so there we go. I'm such an idiot. I just filmed a whole section chatting away to you. I wasn't recording, so let's start that again. I'm going to talk about an amazing product that I got recently, which I feel like you need if you work with pins, especially if you back a lot of them. Let me start by just saying this is not sponsored because I am not that cool or that popular. This is just a really good product that I want to show you because it has saved my fingers and a lot of time, and it could do the same for you. This little contraption is a pin back remover. Your enamel pin comes with a rubber back on, or maybe a metal one. I don't know if this would work on a metal back, but for rubber backs it does. And you basically get your pin and you slot it so that the rubber bit is in this little section here, and then you just take it and slide. This is a bit of a tricky one because these are only small, so it is a bit more difficult, but there we have a pin with no back on it anymore, and the back is in here, and you just keep going and fill up your little tray, and it is the best invention ever. Is that my door or is that someone else's door? Really? Why do people always have to disturb me when I'm talking to you? Bear with. It wasn't me, it was my neighbour, but it's just so loud that I always think it's mine. Anyway, so this is available on Etsy. I'm going to link it below, and it's by a company called Galloway Labs. They do them in different colours. Basically, you need one in your life. Now they're ringing my doorbell because they're not in. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I just got up. I'm not disturbing you again. Anyway, I will link it. Go buy yourself one because it will help you out massively. Oh, actually, it might be Paul. Paul's ringing me. Hello?
Hello?
You right?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Oh, is it you? So it turns out the person who was ringing the doorbell was actually Paul, and the person that was knocking next door neighbour wasn't ringing my doorbell, and there I was just ignoring it. We've only got one set of keys at the moment, which is a real pain in the bum. I'm gonna carry on with my wholesale order and get these pins sorted and out the door. That might be it for today, but you know, as always, if anything exciting happens, I will check back in with you soon. Oh, it's getting dark in here. So what I'm actually doing at the moment is creating myself a weekly schedule. So in theory, it's gonna be like the same tasks every week. So I want all my daily and weekly tasks to be on there and actually schedule them and block out a certain amount of time for each task to make sure that I do them every week. Because at the moment, the only schedule I stick to is orders. Orders I tend to do Monday, Wednesday and Friday, unless I don't have that many orders, and then I'll leave a day out, but it's normally Monday, Wednesday and Fridays. Just really want to try and manage my time as much as possible, and I'd like to try and get on the Pinterest train a bit more. So if I can block out a little wedge each week to work on Pinterest and things like that, it just might help me actually get it done. And then while I'm doing that, I've been having music wars with the guys in Paul's office. So I don't fully understand it, but for some reason my Spotify is hooked up to Paul's Amazon Echo Dot, which is in his office, as well as our Amazon Echo that's here. And what happens is if they ask Alexa to play a song, it does it through my Spotify. So I'll be listening to a song here on my phone on Spotify, and then all of a sudden I just get some rubbish song start playing. I'm like, what is this? So then I can play stuff to their Echo as well. I don't, but I'm just at war with them basically. So anyway, I'm gonna carry on with this schedule. I will show you when it is done. Morning guys, I have just finished the first task in my schedule. So I can't show you, my iPad is downstairs, so I will be going and getting it shortly and then I'll show you the schedule properly. I have just spent less than an hour, I'd say, doing my emails, replying to everybody on Patreon, on Instagram, DMs, tagged photos, YouTube, all that good stuff, and I literally have none. They're all done, unless I'm forgetting some social media platform that I use. That is supposed to be from 9 till 10, and it's 9:37. I don't even think replies, if I do it daily, I don't think replies to messages and things like that are gonna take me an hour every day. I just set it up for an hour, especially for this week because I knew I was behind, but I've managed to get them all done. So let's have a look. Also, I started an illustration last night, but when I bring my iPad up in a bit, I will show you what it looks like. I must have some auto brightness thing on my iPad because every time I turn the brightness down to here so that you can see it, I turn it around to face the window. Oh, maybe it's not gonna do it now. Okay, well I was turning it around to face the window and it was putting the brightness back up. So this is the little schedule that I made. I know it doesn't look very good on here at all, but I'm not printing it out at the moment. So I just got each day along the top and times down the bottom. I've just got 9 till 4 at the moment, and then I've like filled in what I want to be doing, and I've left blank kind of squares so that I can do ad hoc tasks, because let's be honest, each day is completely different. The only day where there isn't any is Monday, so hopefully I don't have anything urgent to do on Monday. But I mean, this stuff can always be moved around. It's not going to be set in stone. It's just kind of more like a guide or a reference so that I'm encouraged to make sure that at least these things get done. And I've written blog edit on a Saturday morning. That's kind of overflow, I guess, in case I don't get it done on a Friday. And at the moment, I'm not doing weekly vlogs anyway. I would love to, but I just think it's quite a lot to do. So my aim is to do 1 to 2 studio vlogs a month for you at the moment, basically. So we'll see. I mean, I might become a master at editing and filming and working out what I need to do, and it might become like a lot easier, and then I could do it every week. But at the moment, the editing takes me a long time. Even the filming takes quite a while, to be honest. Setting up the camera, moving it about, making sure the settings are right. And you know, I'm not, I don't go massively over the top with production. You know, my den's an absolute tip, as you guys know, and it still is. It's not like I come in and, you know, sort stuff out every single time I start filming. It's like, this is it, this is real, so this is what you're getting. But I have put on here to tidy on a Friday evening so that it's a bit tidier, ready for Monday, which might make me feel a bit better about coming in here. Where was I going with that? Oh, about filming vlogs and stuff. I'd love to do more kind of process videos, show you kind of me illustrating things, but it's very difficult at the moment with the camera equipment that I have. So someone suggested on a comment, one of you guys had said like that you'd love to see more of the actual creating of the items. I mean, a lot of the items that I show you have already been created like either earlier in the year or last year or whatever. So, I mean, it's a bit late for those, but all the new stuff I do and design, it's so difficult at the moment to show you because I don't have like a proper big overhead tripod. I'd love to get one, but they're very expensive. But I would like to try and sort that out for you next year in 2020. This is what I've been working on so far for my patrons. I don't want to go too far. So Lexi's auto brightening back up. Stop doing that, iPad. Very naughty of you. Quick, before it goes bright. No, it's going bright, it's going bright. Automatic brightness is off. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna be quick. 3, 2, 1, go. Anyway, it is me, it's me. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing for this month's colour palette challenge. That's a bit of a mouthful, but I kind of like it. Colour palette challenge, colour palette challenge. It's quite nice to say. Say it with me now. Colour palette challenge. So we have a colour palette challenge where I pick 12 colours, and you have to make some art with that. You can, if you're doing it digitally, you can play with the opacities and layer colours up and kind of cheat a bit, which is absolutely fine as long as they're the colours that you actually got on your pen. These buttons are really noisy. Yeah, this illustration is not finished, so I am going to continue that. I think it's 10 to 10 now, so I've spent the whole 10 minutes chatting to you guys. Probably gonna have to cut it all out. I think I'm finished, I think. Excuse how dark it's been while I've been drawing this, but I've been trying to actually make it so you can see the illustration. I'm just testing it out colour-wise and changing it to black and white by putting it in Instagram, changing it to black and white, not actually posting it, but just to get an idea. I don't know. It looks like there's a good amount of contrast there, and it means that you can see it, and it means that I've got a fairly decent variation in kind of tonal range. I can't zoom in. I probably should have done the shading on the jumper a bit darker. So I am just going to sign it. There we go. I had my Sabrina illustration open here and was looking at it just because I've been playing around with my style so much recently that I wanted to make sure I kind of remembered everything that I did on this one and translate it into this one. I'm going to share this with my patrons very, very, very soon. Choosing my little special Costa keepy cuppy thing. It's made out of recycled Costa cups. I'm supposed to be doing Pinterest this afternoon, but I still don't have access to it, so can you do that? I feel like I've created this schedule and now I can't do Pinterest, and so it's like throwing a spanner in the works, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. So I decided to turn the Pin Club design into some stickers as part of the rewards this month. So I'm just gonna shove them through the Cricut now. Yesterday, after I switched you off and put the battery on charge, all of a sudden I was like, oh, I haven't sent a newsletter for a while. Should probably do that. Thinking it had been like, 2 months. So I went on MailChimp. 4 months ago, I sent my last newsletter. 4 months. I'm an idiot. But anyway, so I threw one together last night and sent it out. I need to try and remember to do that. So I am going to get on with my scheduled work. I will catch up with you in a bit. Peace out. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who subscribes to my channel. I'm so happy. And over the last few days, well, maybe the last week or so, it's really started to grow. So hi to all my new subscribers as well. Thank you for joining us on this journey. But yeah, I'm like super, super happy that you're all here. Must have done something right. So hi, and thank you very much. Okay, what have we got in here? I can't get it open. Oh, cute. Oh, first of all, look at the little star on the back. I got stars. What do we think? Oh, it's very shiny. Magical drafts and potions. Oh, it's really cute. It's so funny to see your designs turn into pins. I've bought out so many pin designs, you'd think I'd be over it by now. Like, I think I'm near on like 30 pin designs that I've made and designed. Yeah, so you'd think I'd kind of be past the surprise, but no, I'm still like, I made that. That's my handwriting. I'll have a pin reveal. So exciting. ever the professional, showing you on my iPad again, I made an illustration into like an animation. Look! It's so cute! Yeah, so I'm hoping to use that as like an intro on YouTube. I've never done any kind of animation on Procreate before, but it was quite easy. It took quite a while because obviously I had to do it frame by frame, but it's cute. And I'm sure in the future I'll come up with something much more imaginative. But for the moment, I thought it was cute. I'm gonna put my logo in there and yeah, have it as like my little intro with some music. Oh, how exciting. Hopefully you would have already seen this on the beginning of this video. Okay, so now that I've created that little animation in Procreate, I'm going to put it in Adobe Premiere and see if I can make like a little intro video and add some music and my logo and see how it comes out. I've got to say, with this jumper, I'm feeling a little bit of a mix between Nancy from Stranger Things season 1 and probably Betty Cooper from Riverdale. And it's fluffy and snuggly and cute. I'm having issues. Why is there this big black line around the animation? Okay, I have no idea what went wrong, but I've kind of fixed it, so. Ah. I finished it with music. I'll do it from my iPad because I don't have any speakers. I have realised I have filmed a lot of footage, bearing in mind it is only 2:30 on Wednesday afternoon. I think I'm going to regret it because it takes such a long time for me to edit anyway, and I'm trying to keep these studio vlogs kind of as simple as possible because otherwise I won't be able to put them out. So I just don't have time to do like huge ones and film lots of footage and then edit it. It just takes a long time. So the whole for me to kind of get videos out either monthly or twice a month, the plan is to film less. I think I've kind of lost sight of that a little bit this week, and I have filmed a lot of footage, so half of this stuff you're probably not going to be able to see, unfortunately. I wish I could film all of it, but we'd be here like all day every day. So yeah, I've got to try and keep it sensible. I would just like to say, you guys are the cutest ever. I'm just going through YouTube comments from mainly new subscribers, and you guys are just so sweet. Like, oh my god, your comments literally just make my day. Like, I love Instagram, and I think Instagram is a great little community, but the way that you guys are on YouTube, it's just like another level. You're so sweet. Like, I'm literally just over the moon. Anyway, good morning. I am just sorting through all of my comments and replies, emails and things like that, and then I am going to do some photography, and then I'm going to lunch with my friend Emily. So, and then after that actually is counterfeits. I'm not going to record that because that'll be boring as heck for you. So I'm gonna finish off these comments and then crack on with some photos. God, look at all the rubbish in the background. I'm so sorry, this is so unprofessional. If I can get everything done ASAP, it means I can finish earlier. I need to work on Monday because I have to switch Patreon over to all the new tiers. But other than that, like, I could potentially have tomorrow off. Which I know it's early, I mean, geez, it's only the 20th tomorrow, isn't it? I just kind of want to illustrate and make art. I don't want to work. I'm in RDP, rundown period for Christmas. And I'm trying my hardest to stay focused and get all my work done. But yeah, RDP is happening big time. I have a problem. Just going to do the setup for my photos. And I think my blue tack is in a suitcase that I took to Southampton Etsy Market, and is currently on top of a wardrobe that I can't reach, and I don't really know the best way to do it without blue tack. Just trying to think if there's anything else I've got. because I might have to do photography tomorrow. Ugh. Okay, so I managed to take photos of the individual pins, so the new Pin Club pin and last month's Pin Club pin, just by propping them up. But I wanted to do like a flat lay with quite a few different pins. Like I wanted to do like a little photo, a little setup with pins that look cute together. Can't do that. I'll have to try and pester Paul to help me get the suitcase down later. Get some blue tack. Unfortunately, my friend has had to cancel our lunch today, so I won't be going out, which means I can get changed out of my jeans and put my tracksuit bottoms back on, because you know I love my jogging bottoms. So that means there's probably not much left to show you, and it means that if I end the vlog here, I can crack on and start editing it this afternoon and probably finish it tomorrow, and it means that you'll get to see it earlier than expected. So this is my last studio vlog for 2019, but I will be back in 2020. I am going to leave it here. Thank you so much for all of your support, especially you guys over the last few weeks who have joined me. A special hello and thank you to you. And yeah, I can't wait to make some more vlogs for you guys in the future. And thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.